everyone, and welcome back to English with Anthony. My name is Anthony, and this is the second podcast on the channel. In the first episode, we talked about a trip to Tokyo. Today, we are going to talk about another beautiful city, Paris. Paris is the capital of France. It is one of the most famous cities in the world. Many people dream of visiting Paris because of the Eiffel Tower, the museums, the cafés, the food, the old streets, and the beautiful buildings. This podcast is made for English learners, especially beginners, so I will speak in simple English. I will use useful words and easy sentences. You can listen, repeat, and improve your English step by step. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to English with Anthony and activate the notification bell. Like this, you will not miss the next episodes. Now let's start. Today's topic is my trip to Paris. When I arrived in Paris, the first thing I noticed was the atmosphere. Paris is a very beautiful city. There are old buildings, small streets, cafes, restaurants, shops, museums, and many tourists. In English you can say, Paris is a beautiful city. Repeat. Paris is a beautiful city. You can also say, there are many tourists. Repeat. There are many tourists. Another useful sentence. The city is full of history. Repeat. The city is full of history. Paris is a city where you can walk a lot. You can walk near the Seine River. You can walk around the Eiffel Tower. You can walk in small streets and discover cafes, bakeries, and beautiful places. A useful sentence is, I want to walk around the city. Repeat. I want to walk around the city. Another sentence. I want to take pictures. Repeat. I want to take pictures. And another one. This place is amazing. Repeat. This place is amazing. One of the most famous places in Paris is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is a symbol of Paris. It is very tall, very famous, and very beautiful, especially at night. When the lights turn on, the Eiffel Tower looks magical. You can say, I want to visit the Eiffel Tower. Repeat. I want to visit the Eiffel Tower. You can say, the Eiffel Tower is beautiful. Repeat. The Eiffel Tower is beautiful. You can say, the view is amazing. Repeat. The view is amazing. When I saw the Eiffel Tower, I wanted to take many photos and videos. It is the kind of place that you see in movies, pictures, and travel videos, but when you see it in real life, it feels different. You can say, it looks even better in real life. Repeat. It looks even better in real life. Now let's talk about food. French food is very famous. In Paris, you can eat croissants, baguettes, crepes, pastries, cheese, French dishes, and many desserts. One thing many people like to do in Paris is sit in a cafe, drink a coffee, and watch people walking in the street. Useful sentence. I would like a coffee, please. Repeat. I would like a coffee, please. Another sentence. I would like a croissant, please. Repeat. I would like a croissant, please. Another one. Can I have the menu, please? Repeat. Can I have the menu, please? And, can I pay by card? Repeat. Can I pay by card? If the food is good, you can say, this is delicious. Repeat. This is delicious. Or, the food is very good. Repeat. The food is very good. Now let's imagine a small conversation in a Paris cafe. Waiter, hello, what would you like? Anthony, hello, I would like a coffee, please. Waiter, would you like something to eat? Anthony, yes, I would like a croissant. Waiter, of course. Anthony, thank you. Waiter, here you are. Anthony, thank you, can I pay by card? Waiter, yes, of course. Now repeat the useful sentences. I would like a coffee, please. I would like a croissant. Can I pay by card? Thank you very much. Very good. Now let's talk about transportation. In Paris, many people use the metro. The Paris metro is very useful because you can go almost everywhere in the city, but if it is your first time, it can be a little confusing. You can say, where is the nearest metro station? Repeat. Where is the nearest metro station? You can say, which line should I take? Repeat. Which line should I take? You can say, Does this train go to the Eiffel Tower? Repeat. Does this train go to the Eiffel Tower? You can say, I need to buy a ticket. Repeat. I need to buy a ticket. These sentences are very useful when you travel. Now let's talk about museums. Paris has many famous museums. The most famous one is the Louvre Museum. Many people visit the Louvre to see art, history, and famous paintings. You can say, I want to visit the Louvre. Repeat. I want to visit the Louvre. You can say, I like museums. Repeat. I like museums. You can say, this museum is very interesting. Repeat. This museum is very interesting. You can say, there are many beautiful paintings. Repeat. There are many beautiful paintings. Now let's create a short story. I arrived in Paris in the morning. I was excited because I wanted to discover the city. First, I went to my hotel and left my luggage. Then, I went outside to walk around the city. I saw beautiful buildings, small cafés, and many tourists. I walked near the Seine River and took pictures. After that, I went to see the Eiffel Tower. When I saw the Eiffel Tower, I was very happy. It was bigger and more beautiful than I expected. I took photos and videos. I thought, this place is amazing. Then I went to a cafe. I ordered a coffee and a croissant. The croissant was delicious. I sat down, relaxed, and enjoyed the Paris atmosphere. In the afternoon, I took the metro and went to the Louvre Museum. The museum was very big and very interesting. There were many paintings, sculptures, and tourists. At the end of the day, I was tired but very happy. Paris was beautiful, elegant, and full of history. I thought, I will never forget this trip. Repeat. I will never forget this trip. Now let's learn some vocabulary from the story. Paris, France. Eiffel Tower. Museum. Café. Croissant. Coffee. Metro. Ticket. Hotel. Luggage. Street. River. Tourist. Picture. History. Beautiful. Delicious. Now repeat. Paris. France. Eiffel Tower. Museum. Café. Croissant. Coffee. Metro. Ticket. Hotel. Luggage. Street. River. Tourist. Picture. History. Beautiful. Delicious. Very good. Now let's use these words in sentences. I am visiting Paris. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. I would like a coffee. I would like a croissant. I need a metro ticket. I want to visit the Louvre Museum. The city is beautiful. The food is delicious. I want to take pictures. I will never forget this trip. Repeat. I am visiting Paris. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. I would like a coffee. I would like a croissant. I need a metro ticket. I want to visit the Louvre Museum. The city is beautiful. The food is delicious. I want to take pictures. I will never forget this trip. Excellent. Now let's practice a conversation between Anthony and the co-host. Co-host Anthony, welcome back to the podcast. Anthony, thank you. I am happy to be here. Co-host, this is the second podcast, right? Anthony, yes, exactly. This is the second podcast on English with Anthony. Co-host, what are we talking about today? Anthony, today we're talking about my trip to Paris. Co-host, what did you like the most in Paris? Anthony, I really liked the Eiffel Tower and the cafes. Co-host, did you try French food? Anthony, yes, I tried croissants, crepes, and coffee. Co-host, was the city beautiful? Anthony, yes, Paris was very beautiful and full of history. Co-host, would you like to go back? Anthony, yes, definitely, I would love to go back. Now repeat some useful sentences. This is the second podcast. Today we're talking about Paris. I really liked the Eiffel Tower. I tried French food. Paris was very beautiful. I would love to go back. Very good. Now let's practice some questions. Question 1. Have you ever been to Paris? You can answer, yes, I have been to Paris. Or, no, I have never been to Paris. Question 2. Would you like to visit Paris? You can answer, yes, I would like to visit Paris. Question 3. What would you like to do in Paris? You can answer, I would like to visit the Eiffel Tower. I would like to eat a croissant. I would like to visit the Louvre. I would like to walk near the Seine River. Question 4. What do you think about Paris? You can answer, I think Paris is beautiful. I think Paris is romantic. I think Paris is full of history. I think Paris is a very interesting city. Now repeat. I would like to visit Paris. I would like to visit the Eiffel Tower. I would like to eat a croissant. I would like to visit the Louvre. I think Paris is beautiful. I think Paris is full of history. Excellent. Now let's do a final recap. Today, in this second podcast, we talked about a trip to Paris. We learned useful sentences like, Paris is a beautiful city. I want to visit the Eiffel Tower. I would like a coffee, please. I would like a croissant, please. Where is the nearest metro station? I want to visit the Louvre. The food is delicious. I will never forget this trip. Before we finish, repeat this short paragraph. I visited Paris for the first time. I saw the Eiffel Tower, walked near the Seine River, and visited beautiful places. I drank coffee, ate a croissant, and enjoyed the atmosphere. Paris was beautiful, elegant, and full of history. I will never forget this trip. Again. I visited Paris for the first time. I saw the Eiffel Tower, walked near the Seine River, and visited beautiful places. I drank coffee, ate a croissant, and enjoyed the atmosphere. Paris was beautiful, elegant, and full of history. I will never forget this trip. Excellent. Thank you for listening to this second episode of English with Anthony. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. On this channel, you will learn English with simple stories, travel topics, daily conversations, useful vocabulary, and easy listening practice. Keep practicing. Keep speaking. Keep improving. And remember, English becomes easier when you practice every day. See you in the next episode on English with Anthony. My name is Anthony, and today, I am going to tell you a simple story in English. The story is called A Rainy Day in Paris. This podcast is perfect for beginners. I will speak with simple words, useful sentences, and a clear story. You can listen, repeat, and practice your English. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to English with Anthony and activate the notification bell. Like this, you will not miss the next episodes. Now let's begin. One morning I woke up in Paris. I opened the curtains and looked outside. The sky was gray. The streets were wet. People were walking with umbrellas. It was raining. I looked at the window and said, It is raining today. Repeat. It is raining today. I also said, The weather is not very good. Repeat. The weather is not very good. But I did not want to stay in my room. I wanted to visit Paris. I wanted to walk. I wanted to drink coffee. I wanted to see the Eiffel Tower. So I took my jacket, my phone, and my umbrella. Then I left my room. When I went outside, the air was fresh. The streets were quiet. The rain was falling slowly. It was not a big storm. It was just soft rain. In English you can say, It is raining softly. Repeat. It is raining softly. You can also say, The streets are wet. Repeat. The streets are wet. And, I need my umbrellas. Repeat. I need my umbrellas. I started walking in the street. Paris was beautiful even in the rain. The buildings looked elegant. The cafés looked warm. The lights reflected on the wet ground. I saw people walking quickly. Some people were going to work. Some people were buying bread. Some people were sitting inside cafés. After a few minutes, I felt a little cold. So I decided to enter a café. I opened the door and said, Hello, can I have a coffee, please? Repeat. Hello, can I have a coffee, please? The waiter smiled and said, Of course. I sat near the window. I looked outside. I watched people walking in the rain. I drank my coffee slowly. The café was warm and calm. In English you can say, I am sitting near the window. Repeat. I am sitting near the window. I am drinking a coffee. Repeat. I am drinking a coffee. The cafe is warm and comfortable. Repeat. The cafe is warm and comfortable. I also ordered a croissant. I said, can I have a croissant, please? Repeat. Can I have a croissant, please? The croissant was fresh and delicious. I took a bite and smiled. I thought, this is a perfect morning. Repeat. This is a perfect morning. Even though it was raining, I felt happy. Sometimes a rainy day can be beautiful. After my coffee, I looked at my phone. I wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower. So I opened the map. But the streets of Paris can be confusing. There are many small streets. There are many corners. And sometimes Google Maps is not enough. I started walking. I turned left. Then I turned right. Then I crossed a street. After 10 minutes, I stopped. I looked around. I did not know where I was. I was lost. In English, you can say, I am lost. Repeat. I am lost. You can also say, I don't know where I am. Repeat. I don't know where I am. And, can you help me, please? Repeat. Can you help me, please? I saw a woman walking with an umbrella. I said, excuse me, can you help me, please? Repeat. Excuse me, can you help me, please? She smiled and said, yes, of course. I asked, where is the nearest metro station? Repeat. Where is the nearest metro station? She pointed to the street and said, go straight, then turn right. This sentence is very useful. Repeat. Go straight, then turn right. She also said, the metro station is next to the bakery. Repeat. The metro station is next to the bakery. I said, thank you very much. Repeat. Thank you very much. Then I followed her directions. I walked straight. I turned right. And finally I saw the metro station. I felt relieved. You can say, I feel relieved. Repeat. I feel relieved. At the metro station, I needed a ticket. I went to the ticket machine. I selected English. Then I bought one ticket. Useful sentence. I would like to buy a ticket. Repeat. I would like to buy a ticket. Another sentence. Which line should I take? Repeat. Which line should I take? And, does this train go to the Eiffel Tower? Repeat. Does this train go to the Eiffel Tower? I entered the metro. There were many people. Some people were reading. Some people were listening to music. Some people were looking at their phones. I stood near the door. The train arrived quickly. Then I got off at the station. When I came out of the metro, the rain had almost stopped. The sky was still gray, but it was brighter. I walked a little more. Then suddenly I saw it. The Eiffel Tower. It was tall. It was beautiful. It was impressive. I stopped walking. I looked at the tower. And I smiled. In English, you can say, the Eiffel Tower is beautiful. Repeat. The Eiffel Tower is beautiful. You can say, it is bigger than I imagined. Repeat. It is bigger than I imagined. You can also say, I want to take a picture. Repeat. I want to take a picture. I took my phone and took many pictures. The ground was wet. The sky was gray. But the Eiffel Tower looked amazing. Sometimes bad weather can make a place even more special. I walked near the Seine. The Seine is the famous river in Paris. The water was calm. The boats were moving slowly. People were taking pictures. Some tourists were laughing. Some couples were walking together. Some artists were drawing near the river. I said to myself, Paris has a special atmosphere. Repeat. Paris has a special atmosphere. I also said, this city feels romantic. Repeat. This city feels romantic. And, I am enjoying this moment. Repeat. I am enjoying this moment. After walking for a long time, I felt hungry. I found a small restaurant. I entered and said, hello, do you have a table for one person? Repeat. Hello, do you have a table for one person? The waiter said, yes, follow me, please. I sat down. I looked at the menu. There were many dishes. I wanted something warm. So I ordered soup and chicken. I said, I would like the soup please. Repeat. I would like the soup please. And, I would also like the chicken. Repeat. I would also like the chicken. The meal was simple but very good. The soup was hot. The chicken was tasty. The bread was fresh. I felt comfortable. After lunch, I stayed in the restaurant for a few minutes. I looked outside. The rain had completely stopped. The sun was slowly coming back. The city looked different. The street was brighter. The people looked happier. I thought about my day. In the morning, I thought the rain would ruin everything. But actually, the rain made the day special. I discovered Paris in a different way. I drank coffee in a warm cafe. I got lost. I asked for directions. I took the metro. I saw the Eiffel Tower. I walked near the Seine. And I learned useful English sentences. This is the lesson of the story. A bad start does not mean a bad day. Repeat. A bad start does not mean a bad day. Sometimes things do not go as planned. Repeat. Things do not always go as planned. But you can still enjoy the moment. Repeat. You can still enjoy the moment. Now let's review the useful sentences from today's podcast. For the weather. It is raining today. The weather is not very good. The streets are wet. I need my umbrellas. For the cafe. Can I have a coffee please? Can I have a croissant please? I am sitting near the window. The cafe is warm and comfortable. For directions. I am lost. Can you help me please? Where is the nearest metro station? Go straight then turn right. For the metro. I would like to buy a ticket. Which line should I take? Does this train go to the Eiffel Tower? For visiting Paris. The Eiffel Tower is beautiful. I want to take a picture. Paris has a special atmosphere. I am enjoying this moment. Very good. Now repeat this short paragraph. One morning, I visited Paris on a rainy day. I went to a cafe, drank a coffee, and ate a croissant. Then I got lost, asked for directions, and took the metro. Finally, I saw the Eiffel Tower and walked near the Seine. It was a rainy day, but it became a beautiful memory. Again. One morning, I visited Paris on a rainy day. I went to a cafe, drank a coffee, and ate a croissant. Then I got lost, asked for directions, and took the metro. Finally, I saw the Eiffel Tower and walked near the Seine. It was a rainy day, but it became a beautiful memory. Excellent. Thank you for listening to this episode of English with Anthony. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. On this channel, you will learn English with simple stories, travel topics, daily life conversations, useful vocabulary, and easy listening practice. Keep practicing. Keep listening. Keep speaking. And remember, English becomes easier when you practice every day. See you in the next episode of English with Anthony. Today, I am going to tell you a simple story in English. The story is called Lost in Paris. This podcast is perfect for beginners because I will use simple words, clear sentences, and useful expressions that you can use in real life. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to English with Anthony and activate the notification bell. Like this, you will not miss the next episodes. Now let's begin. One afternoon, I decided to walk in Paris. I did not want to take the metro immediately. I wanted to discover the city by walking. I wanted to see the buildings, the cafes, the small streets, the bakeries, and the people. Paris is a beautiful city, but sometimes Paris can be confusing. There are many streets. Some streets are small, some streets look similar. Sometimes you turn left, then right, then left again, and suddenly you do not know where you are. That is exactly what happened to me. At first I was very confident. I said to myself, I know where I am going. Repeat. I know where I am going. I opened my phone and looked at the map. The map said, walk straight for 5 minutes. So I walked straight. Then the map said, turn left. So I turned left. Then I saw a beautiful street with cafes and shops. I stopped to take a picture, then I walked again. But after a few minutes, I looked at my phone and the battery was low. I said, oh no, my phone battery is low. Repeat. My phone battery is low. Then suddenly the internet stopped working. The map did not load. I looked around. I did not recognize the street. I was lost. In English you can say, I am lost. Repeat. I am lost. You can also say, I don't know where I am. Repeat. I don't know where I am. At first I felt a little stressed. I looked left. I looked right. I saw a bakery, a small restaurant, a pharmacy, and a bus stop. But I did not see the metro station. I wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower, but I did not know the direction. So I decided to ask someone for help. I saw a man walking slowly with a coffee in his hand. I said, Excuse me, can you help me please? Repeat. Excuse me, can you help me please? He stopped and smiled. He said, Yes, of course. I asked, Where is the nearest metro station? Repeat. Where is the nearest metro station? He pointed to the end of the street and said, Go straight, then turn right. The metro station is next to the supermarket. Repeat. Go straight, then turn right. Repeat. The metro station is next to the supermarket. I said, Thank you very much. Repeat. Thank you very much. I followed his directions. I walked straight. Then I turned right. But I still did not see the metro station. I saw the supermarket but not the station. So I asked another person. This time I spoke to a woman near the supermarket. I said, Excuse me, I am looking for the metro station. Repeat. I am looking for the metro station. She said, It is behind the supermarket. Repeat. It is behind the supermarket. This sentence is very useful. Behind means at the back. For example, the metro station is behind the supermarket. Repeat. The metro station is behind the supermarket. Finally, I found the metro station. I felt relieved. You can say, I feel relieved. Repeat. I feel relieved. I went down the stairs and entered the station. There were many people. Some people were waiting for the train. Some people were buying tickets. Some people were looking at the metro map. I needed to buy a ticket. So I went to the ticket machine. I selected English. Then I bought one ticket. Useful sentence. I would like to buy a ticket. Repeat. I would like to buy a ticket. Then I looked at the metro map. The map was big. There were many lines, many colors, and many station names. I felt confused again. So I asked a station employee, Which line should I take to go to the Eiffel Tower? Repeat. Which line should I take to go to the Eiffel Tower? The employee answered, You can take line 6. Repeat. You can take line 6. I said, Do I need to change trains? Repeat. Do I need to change trains? He said, Yes, change at the next station. Repeat. Change at the next station. I thanked him and went to the platform. The train arrived. I got on the train. Inside the metro, I looked at the people. Some people were reading. Some people were listening to music. Some people were looking at their phones. Some tourists were checking the map just like me. I smiled because I was not the only one who was lost. After a few stops, I changed trains. Then I arrived near the Eiffel Tower. When I came out of the metro station, I saw the tower in the distance. I stopped walking. I looked at it. It was beautiful. I said, Finally I found it. Repeat. Finally I found it. I also said, The Eiffel Tower is amazing. Repeat. The Eiffel Tower is amazing. I took some pictures. I walked near the Seine. I bought a bottle of water. Then I sat on a bench and relaxed. I thought about what happened. At the beginning I was lost. I was stressed. My phone battery was low. The internet did not work. But I asked for help. I used simple English sentences. And finally I arrived at my destination. This is the lesson of the story. When you're lost, stay calm. Repeat. When you're lost, stay calm. Ask for help. Repeat. Ask for help. Use simple sentences. Repeat. Use simple sentences. And don't panic. Repeat. Don't panic. Now let's review the useful sentences. I am lost. I don't know where I am. Can you help me, please? Where is the nearest metro station? I am looking for the metro station. Go straight. Turn right. Turn left. It is behind the supermarket. I would like to buy a ticket. Which line should I take? Do I need to change trains? Finally, I found it. Now repeat this short paragraph. One afternoon, I got lost in Paris. My phone battery was low and the map did not work. I asked people for directions. They helped me find the metro station. I took the metro and finally arrived near the Eiffel Tower. I was lost, but I stayed calm. Again. One afternoon, I got lost in Paris. My phone battery was low and the map did not work. I asked people for directions. They helped me find the metro station. I took the metro and finally arrived near the Eiffel Tower. I was lost, but I stayed calm. Excellent. Thank you for listening to English with Anthony. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. See you in the next episode. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most famous places in the world. The Eiffel Tower. This episode is called A Day at the Eiffel Tower. If you are learning English, this podcast is perfect for you. I will use simple English, useful sentences, and a clear story. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to English with Anthony and activate the notification bell. Now let's begin. One morning, I decided to visit the Eiffel Tower. I woke up early because I wanted to enjoy the day. I looked outside. The weather was good. The sky was blue. The sun was shining. In English you can say, the weather is good today. Repeat. The weather is good today. You can also say, the sky is blue. Repeat. The sky is blue. And, the sun is shining. Repeat. The sun is shining. I took my phone, my wallet, and a bottle of water. Then I left my place and walked to the metro station. In Paris, the metro is very useful. You can go almost everywhere with the metro. At the station, I bought a ticket. I said, I would like to buy a ticket. Repeat. I would like to buy a ticket. Then I looked at the map. I wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower. Useful question. Which line should I take to go to the Eiffel Tower? Repeat. Which line should I take to go to the Eiffel Tower? I took the metro. The train was busy. There were many tourists. Some people were speaking French. Some people were speaking English. Some people were taking pictures. After a few minutes, I arrived near the Eiffel Tower. I came out of the metro station. I walked a little. Then I saw it. The Eiffel Tower. It was very tall. It was bigger than I imagined. I stopped for a moment. I looked up. I smiled. In English you can say, the Eiffel Tower is very tall. Repeat. The Eiffel Tower is very tall. You can say, it is bigger than I imagined. Repeat. It is bigger than I imagined. You can say, it is one of the most famous monuments in the world. Repeat. It is one of the most famous monuments in the world. There were many people around the tower. Tourists were taking pictures. Families were walking. Couples were smiling. Some people were selling souvenirs. The atmosphere was lively. Useful sentence. There are many tourists here. Repeat. There are many tourists here. Another sentence. The atmosphere is lively. Repeat. The atmosphere is lively. Another one. I want to take a picture. Repeat. I want to take a picture. I took many pictures. I took a picture of the tower. I took a picture of the sky. I took a picture of the Seine. Then I asked someone, excuse me, can you take a picture of me, please? Repeat. Can you take a picture of me, please? This sentence is very useful when you travel. The person smiled and said, sure. I gave him my phone. He took the picture. Then I said, thank you very much. Repeat. Thank you very much. After that, I walked around the tower. I wanted to see it from different angles. From one side, it looked huge. From another side, it looked elegant. From far away, it looked like a symbol of Paris. In English, it looks huge. Repeat. It looks huge. It looks elegant. Repeat. It looks elegant. It is a symbol of Paris. Repeat. It is a symbol of Paris. After walking for a while, I felt hungry. I saw a small food stand. They were selling sandwiches, crepes, drinks, and ice cream. I wanted something simple. So I said, "Can I have a crepe, please?" Repeat. Can I have a crepe, please? The seller asked, "Sugar or chocolate?" I said, "Chocolate, please." Repeat. Chocolate, please. The crepe was warm and sweet. I ate it while looking at the Eiffel Tower. It was a simple moment, but it felt special. Useful sentence. This crepe is delicious. Repeat. This crepe is delicious. Another sentence. I am enjoying the moment. Repeat. I am enjoying the moment. Then I sat on the grass near the tower. Some people were sitting with friends. Some people were eating. Some people were reading. Some people were just relaxing. I looked at the tower again. I thought, Paris is really beautiful. Repeat. Paris is really beautiful. Later, I decided to walk near the Seine. The Seine is the famous river in Paris. There were boats on the water. There were bridges. There were people walking along the river. The view was amazing. Useful sentence. The view is amazing. Repeat. The view is amazing. I am walking along the river. Repeat. I am walking along the river. There are boats on the Seine. Repeat. There are boats on the Seine. In the evening, the Eiffel Tower became even more beautiful. The sky became orange and pink. The lights started to turn on. People were waiting for the tower to sparkle. At night, the Eiffel Tower lights up. It is magical. In English, the Eiffel Tower is beautiful at night. Repeat. The Eiffel Tower is beautiful at night. The lights are amazing. Repeat. The lights are amazing. It feels magical. Repeat. It feels magical. I stayed there for a long time. I took videos. I listened to people talking. I watched the lights. And I felt grateful. This is an important word. Grateful. It means you feel thankful. You can say, I feel grateful. Repeat. I feel grateful. At the end of the day, I was tired but happy. I had walked a lot. I had taken many pictures. I had eaten a crepe. I had seen the Eiffel Tower during the day and at night. It was a beautiful memory. Now let's review the useful sentences. The weather is good today. The sun is shining. I would like to buy a ticket. Which line should I take? The Eiffel Tower is very tall. It is bigger than I imagined. There are many tourists here. I want to take a picture. Can you take a picture of me, please? This crepe is delicious. I am enjoying the moment. The view is amazing. The Eiffel Tower is beautiful at night. I feel grateful. Now repeat this short paragraph. I visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The weather was good and the sky was blue. I took pictures, ate a crepe, walked near the Seine, and watched the lights at night. The Eiffel Tower was beautiful and I felt very happy. Again. I visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The weather was good and the sky was blue. I took pictures, ate a crepe, walked near the Seine, and watched the lights at night. The Eiffel Tower was beautiful and I felt very happy. Excellent. Thank you for listening to this episode of English with Anthony. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell. See you in the next episode. A Night Walk in Paris. This podcast is for English learners, especially beginners. I will speak with simple sentences and useful words so you can listen, understand, and repeat. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to English with Anthony and activate the notification bell. Now let's begin. One evening, I decided to walk in Paris. The day was almost finished. The sun was going down. The sky was orange, pink, and purple. The city was changing. During the day, Paris is beautiful. But at night, Paris feels different. It feels calm. It feels romantic. It feels mysterious. Useful sentence. Paris is beautiful at night. Repeat. Paris is beautiful at night. Another sentence. The city feels calm. Repeat. The city feels calm. Another one. The lights are beautiful. Repeat. The lights are beautiful. I started walking near a cafe. People were sitting outside. Some people were drinking coffee. Some people were talking with friends. Some people were laughing. The cafes had warm lights. The chairs were outside. The atmosphere was very nice. In English you can say, people are sitting outside. Repeat. People are sitting outside. They are drinking coffee. Repeat. They are drinking coffee. They are talking with friends. Repeat. They are talking with friends. The atmosphere is nice. Repeat. The atmosphere is nice. I walked slowly. I did not want to hurry. Sometimes when you travel, you want to see everything quickly. You want to take pictures. You want to visit many places. But sometimes the best thing is to walk slowly and enjoy the moment. Useful sentence. I am walking slowly. Repeat. I am walking slowly. I want to enjoy the moment. Repeat. I want to enjoy the moment. I passed a bakery. The bakery was closed, but I could still smell bread. Then I passed a restaurant. People were eating dinner. The smell of food was amazing. I felt hungry, but I wanted to continue walking. I said to myself, I will eat later. Repeat. I will eat later. Then I arrived near the Seine. The Seine is the famous river in Paris. At night, the river reflects the lights of the city. The bridges are beautiful. The boats move slowly. The water looks peaceful. In English, the river is peaceful. Repeat. The river is peaceful. The lights reflect on the water. Repeat. The lights reflect on the water. The boats are moving slowly. Repeat. The boats are moving slowly. I stopped on a bridge. I looked at the river. I took a deep breath. The air was fresh. The city was quiet but not completely silent. I could hear people talking. I could hear cars in the distance. I could hear music from a small street. I could hear my footsteps. Useful sentence. I can hear music. Repeat. I can hear music. I can hear people talking. Repeat. I can hear people talking. I can hear my footsteps. Repeat. I can hear my footsteps. After a few minutes, I continued walking. I saw the Eiffel Tower in the distance. At night, the Eiffel Tower shines. It looks magical. I stopped again. I watched the tower. I thought, this is a beautiful moment. Repeat. This is a beautiful moment. I took my phone and recorded a short video. Then I put my phone away. I wanted to look at the tower with my eyes, not only through a screen. This is a good sentence. I want to enjoy this with my own eyes. Repeat. I want to enjoy this with my own eyes. Sometimes we take too many pictures. We record too many videos. But we forget to really enjoy the moment. That night, I wanted to be present. I wanted to feel the city. I wanted to remember the sounds, the lights, and the atmosphere. Later, I walked into a small street. The street was quiet. There were old buildings. There were small lamps. The windows had warm lights. It looked like a movie. Useful sentence. It looks like a movie. Repeat. It looks like a movie. The street is quiet. Repeat. The street is quiet. The buildings are old and beautiful. Repeat. The buildings are old and beautiful. After walking for a long time, I found a small restaurant. I entered and said, hello, do you have a table for one person? Repeat. Do you have a table for one person? The waiter said, yes, of course. I sat near the window. I ordered a simple dinner. I said, I would like the chicken, please. Repeat. I would like the chicken, please. And, can I have water, please? Repeat. Can I have water, please? The food was good. The restaurant was warm. I felt comfortable. I looked outside and watched people walking in the street. After dinner, I paid and said, thank you, have a good evening. Repeat. Thank you, have a good evening. Then I walked back. The night was colder now. I zipped my jacket. I put my hands in my pockets. I felt tired but peaceful. Useful sentence. I feel tired but peaceful. Repeat. I feel tired but peaceful. On the way back, I thought about the evening. I had not done anything incredible. I had not visited a museum. I had not bought anything expensive. I had not followed a big plan. I had only walked. But it was one of my favorite moments in Paris. Why? Because sometimes simple moments are the best moments. Repeat. Simple moments are the best moments. Walking at night. Looking at the lights. Listening to the city. Eating a simple dinner. Feeling peaceful. These things can make a trip special. Now let's review the useful sentences. Paris is beautiful at night. The city feels calm. The lights are beautiful. People are sitting outside. They are talking with friends. I am walking slowly. I want to enjoy the moment. The river is peaceful. The lights reflect on the water. I can hear music. This is a beautiful moment. It looks like a movie. Do you have a table for one person? I feel tired but peaceful. Simple moments are the best moments. Now repeat this short paragraph. One evening, I walked in Paris at night. The cafés were warm, the river was peaceful, and the lights were beautiful. I saw the Eiffel Tower, walked near the Seine, and ate dinner in a small restaurant. It was a simple evening, but it became a special memory. Again. One evening, I walked in Paris at night. The cafés were warm, the river was peaceful, and the lights were beautiful. I saw the Eiffel Tower, walked near the Seine, and ate dinner in a small restaurant. It was a simple evening, but it became a special memory. Excellent. Thank you for listening to English with Anthony. If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. Keep listening. Keep speaking. Keep improving. See you in the next episode.